Welcome to Tall Timber Ranch Radio. I'm John Cruz. Tall Timber is located in central Washington's Cascade Mountains. It's the perfect place to go if you want to get away, get close to nature, get close to God, make friends, and have a wonderful time. This week on the show, we've got a bunch of guest hosts that are helping us tell you all about this wonderful place where there are programs for kids and teens that take place all summer long. In our first segment, we'll tell you which cabins are the best and which cabins are the ones you want to stay away from. After that, we're going to tell you about the food. That's right, camp food is important, and Tall Timber Ranch dishes up some really good eats. There's lots of wildlife out here, and our guest hosts will tell you about what kind of wildlife and birds and other things they're seeing here in the Cascade Mountains. Last but not least, our campers are going to tell you why they feel so close to God in this place of amazing beauty. It's Tall Timber Ranch Radio. Stick with us. You're going to love this broadcast.
So, I'm Simon here on Tall Timber Ranch Radio, and I'm here with Josh, the head kitchen manager, and he is going to tell us about the kitchen. So, Josh, what's your favorite part of working in the kitchen?
Cooking the food and seeing everybody enjoy food, all that kind of stuff that goes along with that.
And if you could pick any job here, any job at Tall Timber, would kitchen be your first pick?
It's what I'm good at, so I enjoy it.
How long have you been working in the kitchen here at Tall Timber?
At Tall Timber? I've been here since September of last year, but working food service for 10 years.
What background do you have in food other than Tall Timber?
I worked at other camps prior to this. I worked at a university in food service while I was attending school there, and most of my training has been on the job in different kitchens.
What's your favorite food to eat?
Favorite food to eat would be cinnamon monkey bread that I make.
And what's your favorite food to cook?
Favorite food to cook? That's a hard one. Everybody asks me that question. I enjoy cooking almost everything that I do. There's not really anything that I enjoy more.
Do you prefer cooking breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Good question. I enjoy dinner.
Dinner.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Josh, for your cooperation today, and that'll be it for now. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Colby Verhoeven, and this is Food, Glorious Food. Today we are talking with Trell, who works here in the kitchen, and we're asking him a couple questions. So, Trell, can you give us the deets on what you're cooking right now?
I'm cutting bell pepper into small slices.
And what dish is that going to go into?
Salad bar.
Very, very interesting. What would be your favorite part about cooking here at Tall Timber?
I actually sort of like doing the dishes a little bit. I don't know why.
The dishes. Interesting. Could you tell me what would be your favorite food to eat here at Tall Timber?
Bratwurst.
Cool. Do you do any jobs here at Tall Timber other than cooking?
I'm actually a counselor, and I'm on rotation in the kitchen for this week.
Cool. All right, well, thank you so much for that interview. And
Hi, this is Maya for Tall Timber Ranch Radio, and I'm here with Alita, and we're here to talk about the most delicious scones. Alita, what do you think about these scones?
There's no words to describe them.
Really? Do you have possibly 3 words to describe the scones? First ones.
They're very soft and kind of gooey, and they have blueberry in them.
Do you like blueberry scones?
I didn't know I liked blueberry scones until about 5 minutes ago.
Awesome. I think that's all I got.
hi, I'm Colby, and we're here with Zach, right here from the Plain Community Church, and he's been giving us some interesting sermons, and hopefully he's going to do that this week. How are you going to incorporate food into your sermons?
Well, I'm a huge fan of food. I've been eating it for most of my life. And so there's plenty of stories that correlate to just about everything in the Bible because all those people ate too. So usually where I start is I think about what I had for breakfast, wonder what they ate for breakfast, and then I try to think of the differences between those two things, and usually they're so different that I just have to talk about what it actually says.
All right, I'm going to get deep really quickly, and I got to ask this. What's your favorite food?
Favorite food is probably everything that comes in a Tall Timber brunch.
Ooh, good answer. So what brunch are you most excited about this week?
Are we having more than one?
Well, are you excited about the French toast or the pancakes or?
Oh, which parts of it? Okay. Yeah, probably the French toast is a good one. Any of the pastry stuff. I have a sweet tooth. And so he gets really hungry pretty often, and I have to just go after all the delicious things with a lot of sugar and frosting on them.
All right. What other stuff are you excited about here at Tall Timber other than the food?
Just getting to know all of the different kids like yourself.
All right. Thank you, Zach.
Hi, this is Lita, and I'm here at Tall Timber Ranch Radio. I'm with Faith, and we're talking about her favorite meal at Tall Timber. Hi, Faith.
Yo.
Hi, so what is your favorite meal to eat here at Tall Timber?
Cheesy buns.
Why do you love the cheesy buns so much?
Because they're cheesy.
Is it like gooey cheese, or is it more denser cheese?
It's like both, but it's really good.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to say.
Hi, I'm Colby.
And I'm Simon.
And today's topic here on Tall Timber Ranch Radio is our favorite food here at Camp. Simon, do you want to go first?
Sure. I think my favorite food here at camp is probably it's going to be the hobo stew. When you go out and you just take all the leftovers from the week and put it in tinfoil and then cook it over a fire, and it's delicious.
Can I ask you a question real quickly? What's your favorite part of that hobo stew? What's your favorite ingredient there? What's the ingredient that you cannot leave out?
The tater tots. And so, Colby, since you're talking to me, what's your favorite food here at Tall Timber?
I got to go with the crowd favorite. I mean, cheesy buns are amazing, but brunch is pretty good. The French toast here is pretty amazing.
What do you like about the French toast here that's different than other people?
You can tell the love that is put into it, and the amount of quality that is put towards it, and the amounts of, they don't go easy on the sugar.
All right, thank you, Colby.
And thank you, Simon.
And we will see you next time on Tall Timber Ranch Radio.
And this was Food, Glorious Food.
Tall Timber Ranch is about
spending time outdoors
And having fun.
And getting closer to God.
Find out more at talltimber.org.
This is Tall Timber Ranch Radio, and these are the best and worst cabins in our opinion.
Okay, and these are the cabins that you should avoid. So these two cabins are called Cashmere and Omak. These cabins should be avoided at all costs if you can. The size, on a 1 to 5 scale, I give Cashmere a 1 and Omak a 2. They both have 4 bunks, but they're still all a little cramped. The location is okay. Cashmere is a 3. They're close to the restrooms and the parking lot, and Omak is just way out in the middle of nowhere, and you should just, yeah. I would give the privacy of both cabins a 4 or a 5. They're both kind of hidden away in a grove of bushes and things like that, and so privacy shouldn't be a problem. They're both pretty old. None of them have probably never been remodeled. And as far as quality goes, Cashmere is definitely the worst. The bunks are awful. They're saggy. They're just bad. Cashmere is vandalized. The floor's bad. The electrical's bad. There's no AC, and the ceiling height is terrible. The floor in Omak is reasonable. It's not like torn up like the one in Cashmere is. It's vandalized, and there's still no AC.
All right. My name's Mason, and these are the best cabins. Ephrata is good on size, also with
That's Woodby Island.
And Woodby Island's big, also like Ephrata. Ephrata's the biggest one. And Wenatchee it's the newest, and quality is really good, and the privacy, it's got a 2, and the location, it's not that great of a location, but it's really close to the A-frame, and the size, it's got 5 bunks, and we give it a 3.
I'm Seamus. Keep in mind that these numbers are out of 5. So, lastly, we have Pratt. It has no restrooms. The size is 2, and the lights are kind of bad. But the location is also pretty bad. Privacy is the best. And it's definitely not the newest, but it does have good bunks, coat hangers. While it doesn't have AC, it has a good floor.
So, we have our worst cabin being Kashmir and Omak, with small rooms, bad location, and such and such. Whidbey Island being serviceable, Alfreda being very nice and big, Wenatchee being pretty nice as well, and Pratt having bad location but a relatively good size. And this has been Best and Worst Cabins on Tall Timber Radio. Tune in next time.
Ranger Station.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting, as in Smokey Bear. We were about to head home after a bonfire, and Smokey said the fire wasn't actually out. He said if it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave.
Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans?
No kidding.
I'm a forest ranger. We never kid.
Sorry.
Kidding. If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hello, this is Cole with Steve, and we're telling wildlife stories, and Steve has one for us.
So, in about, I think it was in 2009, Stan Fishburne, during staff training, was telling us about, he was hiking up Eagle's Crest, going on a light jog, up the mountain, down the mountain, and as he was coming down the mountain, he heard some rustling up the hill to the left, and then all of a sudden, cougar comes out of nowhere, trips over it, and, falls down the mountain a little bit, and just kind of, looks around, sees it run down the mountain. It's pretty scary, he told us. But it's the first time he's ever tripped over a cougar, so it's pretty exciting.
Thank you and goodbye.
What is up, guys? Zian Ibbett here, a.k.a. Alex Felger. And today I am interviewing Pat Felger, and she's going to be telling us a little bit about the wilderness at Tall Timber Ranch.
So, last summer, I was driving down the White River Road, and I saw this animal, kind of a cat that I thought was maybe a bobcat. And it turned out when it stopped to look at me, it was a lynx. It was a very cool-looking thing. It had little folded-over ears.
What activity did it do?
It saw us, looked at us, turned, and went across the Sears Creek Bridge.
That's interesting. So, what other stories do you have?
I have encountered a buck at the corner of a path one time, nose to nose, and it scared me, and I scared him, and he flew off into the bushes.
What other stories do you have?
The grouse, I love the grouse. The grouse are very cool. The mama grouse, when its little chicks get too far away from her, she does this little clicking noise, and they all come running back, or they freeze and they don't move like little statues.
Cool. What other stories do you have?
The bear that I looked out the kitchen window one time, and I saw the bear cross the tubing hill and go behind the adventure shed.
That's cool. Thank you, everyone, for listening to Pat Felger.
Hello, TTR Radio. I am Zach, and I'm here with
Jean Roxby of the Flying Furs Sled Dog Tour and Racing Team.
She is a special guest with us from Cleom, Washington, and she has brought with her some dogs for dog sledding and stuff. Can you tell us some stories about wildlife that you have experienced throughout your career?
Sure. The Flying Furs Sled Dog Tour team operate right up here out of Fish Lake, and we have had many sightings of wildlife as we're doing our tours. We do a 1-hour tour up by Alder Creek Loop, and when the dogs get whiff or nose or sight or sound of a deer or a bunny, that really increases the rate of the team. They get all excited and they go. They've seen out on that loop, they also saw a lynx one year, and that was really wonderful.
Thank you.
We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast about this wonderful place called Tall Timber Ranch. Again, located in central Washington's Cascade Mountains, this is a wonderful place to send your kid for a summer camp Or maybe come over here for a family camp. Go with the kids as well. And having listened to this show, you know how good the food is. You know which cabins are the ones to stay at. You know all about the wildlife here. And most importantly of all, you know why when you come here, you too will get closer to God and leave in peace. If you want to find out more about Tall Timber Ranch and all the programs they offer, go to their website. It's talltimber.org. That's talltimber.org. Check it out, make reservations, and get over here soon. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you at Tall Timber.